I joined Toastmasters in 1974, just after they allowed us women to be a member of Toastmasters. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, but that's not the story today. What happened was within about a year, when I was at Stuart Anderson's, he asked us, all of us women, to go to a particular seminar. And the seminar was an interesting one, because that particular motivational speaker at the time had us look at everything and go, well, the way you're participating in your life, are you on stage actually doing something, being in action? Or are you sitting in the audience watching your life go by and others go by? Well, for me at the time, it was one of those aha moments, because I went, oh my gosh, up to this time I've been doing things, but anytime something came up that I really wanted to do, the butterflies would start forming, the stop would come in. No, you can't do that. You shouldn't do that. No, no, no. Stop, stop, stop. And I realized at that moment in time that when those kinds of stops would stop me, I needed to do what they had recommended. Just say yes. That has become my personal theme throughout my entire life from that moment on. Is that whenever I hit a stop and somebody said, no, you can't do something, or somebody asked you to do something, and the butterflies would go, oh, you can't do that, you can't do that, you can't do that, I would just say yes. So when Richard and Susan was the head of the nominating committee this year for Renaissance Speakers, she said, oh, Roberta, we would like you to be president again. My first reaction was this would come up going, are you kidding me? I've already done that. They don't need me. Oh, no, 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 there's plenty of people. The no just kept coming up. And I thought, she asked me again, and I went, wait a minute. Is this no a real no, or is this stop something because I'm not willing to take responsibility at this moment in time? Well, I went, that's it. I am willing to take responsibility that Richard talked about, so I just said yes. And then I went home, and I went, what am I saying yes to? I had to come to grips with that. Well, what was interesting was the whole process of talking about and thinking about what am I going to say yes to. And I realized there were three things I was saying yes to. First was just say yes to more fun. I love this club. This club is so much fun. Look at this morning already. A dog? Oh my goodness. I mean, it's been so, oh, Richard, that hat.
Yeah.
I mean, this club is so much fun. And when I have an opportunity to go out and visit other clubs, and I don't experience that kind of fun, I miss you. And I want to clone you, to take you with me where I go. Because this club is so much fun. And what it always reminds me of the quote from LRH about the spirit of play in the PDC, when he talks about the most valuable thing a Thetan possesses is his spirit of play. And if there's anything that I can do as president of the group, or president of Renaissance Speakers, to keep pushing that fun, feel like a drug dealer with fun, I'm going to do that. And we've already had a great start with John doing the Tall Tales this last month. We got more Tall Tales, and then we have the International coming up, and then our anniversary next month, and then Carol and Ray, our Christmas party. Woo! Way too much fun. The next thing I decided I was going to say yes to was more friends. Richard knows that one of the reasons when he and I decided to start is I didn't have any Scientology friends. I knew maybe 5 people. I met Richard, that made number 6. And when we started thinking about this club, I went, I need not just friends who are Scientologists, but I need role models in the Scientology world. People that were ahead of me on the bridge, so that I could look at them and see how their lives changed and what they were doing to take on the planet and really change the way we operate on this planet. So in enthusiasm, we started Renaissance Speakers, and I still go back to the fact to have more friends. Now this year we're going to have more friends because Annette's goal is to get this club up to a net 50 new members, and we're currently at about 36, so there's a lot more new friends. other clubs we're looking at helping to start. So we're going to have more friends. Plus, Orlando Clearwater, our Renaissance speakers down there, wants to be really close with us because they're on an expansion program there. So you're going to see Diane Cook, who many of you know is the new president down there. We're going to get something on our website about what they're doing. And during our international meeting that we have, we're going to take pictures and be able to get on their website as well. So we're going to create with that. Well, the last thing I thought about as far as what am I saying yes to was imagination. And again, I always go back to LRH on this, and it's fantasy actually that I always have. More fun, more friends, more fantasy. I was always thinking of Naomi with that. But what LRH, she's laughing. What LRH talks about is, out of the science of survival, is creative and constructive imaginings about the future are not untruths, but are postulated new realities. And that's this club. This year, we have doubled, under Richard's reign, we have doubled Distinguished Club Program points. So our goal as our executive committee is not to just double, as Mike Barron threw down that gauntlet, we're going to 3 times it.
Whoa.
Which means 41 educational completions, 50 new members. Jeff, how many guests? Roughly a couple hundred, right?
150, yeah.
At least.
Wow.
We have a lot of people that we're going to be bringing into the club through the guest program as well. We have an exciting year ahead of us, and I'm thrilled that I did say yes to more fun, more friends, more fantasy, because that's, in my opinion, what Renaissance speakers